Cancer, the number 2 cause of death in the United States. According to the National Cancer Institute, last access on March 6, 2017, approximately 39.6% of men and women will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in their lifetime. I'm sure we have all been affected by cancer, whether it be through a family member or a friend. The Livestrong Foundation helps approximately 32.6 million people with their fight against cancer now. They provide direct services, help people and communities with the services they need, and call for state, national, and world leaders to help fight against the disease. Although I am no cancer expert by any means, I have been researching about the Livestrong Foundation. In order to fully understand the purpose of the Livestrong Foundation, we must look at why it was started, how it grew in popularity, and what the Livestrong Foundation is doing today. To begin, we must look at the reason behind the Livestrong Foundation. There are 2 elements that contribute to this cause: Lance Armstrong's diagnosis with testicular cancer and a successful battle over it. By his mid-20s, Lance Armstrong was one of the most successful cyclists in the world. He had won world championships, the Tour de France 7 times, and many other competitions, according to Cheryl Sorelli on charity.lovetoknow.com, last accessed on March 6, 2017. During his career, Armstrong was diagnosed with testicular cancer that later spread to his brain. After extensive chemotherapy and surgeries, he was declared cancer-free on February of 1997, according to editors on biography.com, last updated on October 7, 2015. This inspired Armstrong to create the Livestrong Foundation to further research and serve as an advocate for those fighting the disease. Now we have looked at how Lance Armstrong's diagnosis with testicular cancer and a successful battle over it contributed to the cause of the Livestrong Foundation. Next, we must look at how the foundation grew in popularity. The Livestrong Foundation grew in popularity because of Lance Armstrong's success and the famous yellow Livestrong bracelets. After his battle with cancer, Armstrong struggled to make it back to the top of the cycling world. He even lost his $600,000 contract with Cofidis and was struggling to find a new sponsor until the USPS cycling team finally made him a deal, according to the same biography.com source previously stated. He slowly but surely worked his way back to the top of the cycling world and won 7 Tour de France titles by 2005. He was a national hero. Everybody knew who he was. Due to his increase in popularity, people started to notice that he was wearing a yellow bracelet during his races. This bracelet donned the name of his beloved charity, Livestrong. People took notice, and during the peak of his racing career, the bracelet was launched to the public and were an immediate hit. They raked in $100 million in donation and generated popularity worldwide. Even at my small school in South Central Nebraska, almost everybody had a yellow Livestrong bracelet on. Now we have looked at how Lance Armstrong's success in the yellow Livestrong bracelets resulted in rapid popularity growth of the Livestrong Foundation. Finally, we must look at what the foundation is doing today. Lance Armstrong's drug controversy and fallout has affected where the Livestrong Foundation is today and what is in store for the future of the foundation. After its peak in fame, certain accusations of Armstrong using illegal substances to enhance his performance started to rise up in 2012. Although he initially denied these claims, the International Cycling Union stripped Armstrong of his 7 Tour de France titles and banned him from the sport for life, as stated by Brent Schrotenboer in a USA Today article published on May 7, 2016. The Livestrong Foundation and Lance Armstrong decided to split ways after this controversy. Despite losing the face of the foundation, Livestrong continued to provide support for those who were affected by cancer. Currently, they are celebrating over 20 years of helping cancer survivors. As found on the Livestrong website in 2014, they raked in nearly $90 million in net assets. This just proves that the Livestrong Foundation is still thriving today. And with cancer being such a huge issue, the Livestrong Foundation will continue to provide services for quite some time. Now we have looked at how Lance Armstrong's drug controversy and fallout has affected where the Livestrong Foundation is today. Now we have reviewed why the Livestrong Foundation was started, how it grew in popularity, and what the Livestrong Foundation is doing today. Although there is no cure for cancer yet, the Livestrong Foundation continues to assist and provide support for those who are struggling with cancer.